You are watching an Al Bear review. Cue the music. What's going on, guys? I'm back with a disappointing Love and Hip Hop New York review. Before we get into it, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, all that good stuff. I just felt like the episode was just boring. I mean, I mean, this review might be good and short, man. I just felt like the episode was not good at all. I'm sorry. I'm gonna be all over the place with it because I just felt like the episode was just kind of like that. Like, it went off with Joe turning up on Safari, swearing up and down. Well, look. He came at Safari because Juju, I guess, organized this whatever. All them just sit down and. Before I get into it, I'm just so disappointed that this is how the season is ending. With basically, Mona, Love and Hip Hop, bringing up the whole Safari and Erica Miller storyline. I'm just not here for it. I'm not. But anyway, so Joe, he come at Safari disrespectful. He was just like, Safari, you know what I'm saying? Do you feel like you owe me and my lady an apology? Safari was just like, for what? I'm lost. Like, like, what you mean? Joe going on to say, man, I called you the other day or whatever. I heard you and Erica was kicking it. And I want to know, was you bringing her? You told me no. Okay, cool, fine. And apparently, I guess last night or whenever it was, Erica Mena was on her social media and she had to resort with Safari. And Safari just like, what's the big deal? It ain't like nobody seeing her. Like, I'm keeping everything at a distance. I'm with my friends and I go chill with my girl at the end. Like what's really the problem? And Sin kind of got on my nerve in this scene too, because as Joe was turning up, she talking about this why I fell in love with him. He's so passionate, strong, vocal, all of those things. And I'm just like, it just sounded like a whole bunch of insecure mess to me. Like, maybe Sin done express something to Joe that make him feel like we need to keep Erica away because she could possibly, come in and get Sin attention again. I don't know. I just felt like it really wasn't that serious. Like, Safari grown, man. He can date who he want to date. I'm just trying to figure out why they feel like that, he has to give them a heads up and he needs their permission to, deal with Erica or bring Erica around. Like, it was just, like, the whole scene was just pointless, man. I just was not feeling it. I just felt like it was just a bad scene in my book, man. Joe he lost a lot of cool points with that one, at least for me. Now don't get me wrong, I can see what he's saying, but it's like, I feel like it's something deeper than that. For him to get as mad as he got and to go as far as to tell Safari if he was anybody else, this would be handled a different way. All because he invited them. I guess the issue I have would be they know Joe obviously knew that Safari and Erica was dating. Everybody knows Sin and Erica had they love fling whatever season of Love and Hip Hop that was. But I guess my thing would be, you obviously knew that him and Erica was dating. You knew about it so much you reached out to him and asked him, was he bringing her? So I'm just trying to figure out what's the issue. So basically, you saying what he did say. He said you could date her, but when anytime we got something to do with me and my family, don't bring her around and all this type of stuff. But then they just go as far as talking about you held my son, and it was just too much for me, man. And I hate that they actually ending the season on this foolishness, because that's exactly what it is. They just setting up the reunion scene so Erica Mena can turn up and try to fight everybody, because we all know that's what it's going to turn into. Now for the rest of the episode, because it was dry. The show, I'm going to just run through scenes that, I want to talk about. So the show kicks off. Yandy, she talking about she tired of being seen as the bad person with her and Kim Bella. And, Kim Bella took it too far by mentioning her kids and all this stuff like that. Now she looking at everybody sideways, right? Okay, cool, Yandy, that's how you feel. So, like I said, I ain't even finna talk about all of this because a whole bunch of this was just foolishness. So, Kim, okay, so anyway, so Yandy decided that she was gonna join everybody. Like I said, I'm skipping around, so forgive me. The episode was just trash. So Yandy decided she gonna join everybody to go zip lining and all that good stuff. And I guess a scene that aggravated me was when they all was on the bus and saying, sometimes I just feel like people be doing stuff for the camera, be doing stuff for the clout. She was just like, since nobody want to address the elephant in the room, she will. So she kind of, stood up while on the bus and asked Yandy and Kim Bella, like, what's going on with their friendship. Like, I mean, at this point, Yandy decided to come. Let's not even talk about that. Let's leave that energy back at the hotel. Like, it was just unnecessary. So I don't know. Like I said, I just don't know, man. It just felt like just doing entirely too much. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, so to move on, after ziplining, Yandy and Maggie had a conversation about, her talk with Kim Bella. And Yandy went as far as to say that, she don't want to just throw, her and Kim Bella friendship or whatever to the side, you know what I'm saying? She do want to address a couple things and all that. And Yandy was just like, Kim Bella feel as though Yandy threw her under the bus, which she kind of did in a sense by saying what she said, especially last episode when she was just like, you did this so you can get a check, and all that. But anyways, so she goes on to say, she just want to have a conversation with Kim Bella to let her know that, she'll never abandon her, leave her out to dry, and all that good stuff like that. But she ain't gonna own all the other stuff that Kim Bella be saying about her, like she clout chasing and all that type of stuff like that. But I mean, I don't know, I kind of do feel like Yandy did leave out to dry. And the reason I said that is because Yandy went on to say that she don't, she want Kim to know that she'll never abandon her and, all of that stuff like that. I just kind of feel like if somebody say you left them out to dry, and to me it means that you kind of abandoned them. I mean, I don't know. I may be reaching, but at this point, after this episode, I don't care about anybody on the show. They can just get rid of the entire cast and just give us a new cast because it was just a bad show. So Kim Bella, she FaceTimes Jewels and basically tells Jewels what happened, but she couldn't really tell the story because my question was, she FaceTimed the man and it was like breaking up. Like, hang up the phone and just call him. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you get what I'm saying? Like, y'all just do too much with this FaceTime. But anyways, he couldn't really hear because the phone was breaking up. And basically, he was just like, given my situation, I'm about to go away. I want you and I need you to have all the support that you can. Just like when Mendices went to jail, went to prison, we was there for Yandy, babysitting, doing this, doing that, and I want the same thing for you. So I just hope that y'all can find some type of common ground and not make things worse while y'all out there. So, that was that. So anyways, moving on, Mano is setting up something nice for Maggie on the beach or whatever, and I believe he was talking to Joe. And but he was just saying in hindsight, no, he wasn't talking to Joe. It was doing like a confessional or something. He was just saying in hindsight, he could see how, him not putting her on the song, make her feel how she feels, especially given the song title, you know what I'm saying? So, so she goes on as far as to say that she feel like, he dismissed her by not putting her on the track, and he not supportive of her dream of doing music. Like, I'm so tired of her talking about this music thing. she throws up in our face, well, his face, that she went to school at a performing arts school and she needs him to be supportive of her because, something tragic happened in her life that kind of threw, knocked off balance. And I agree now with that part. Something she did end up getting shot, even though it was in the leg. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a tragic event. So, nonetheless, he was just like, basically this scene was just like him recognizing like, hey, I got to step it up. I know I say I'm looking for it to be this way, but if it's not this way, it is what it is type thing. I mean, I'm sorry, but at this point, I'm just tired of Maggie. Her still, this her storyline trying to get on a song with Mano. It's pitiful. So, whatever. So, anyways, moving on. So, Sin was talking about how the whole trip was just lovely. It was great. It was wonderful up until last night. And, she goes on as far as saying how she, sometimes she want to act like a 26-year-old and have fun with her girls, have drinks, dance, party, etc., etc. But Joe kind of got this whatever when he say, we gonna carry ourselves a certain way. And look, we all know they gonna end up getting engaged or whatever the case is. I feel like they don't need to get married. And the reason I feel like they don't need to get married is because the age gap is real. I'm sorry, man. Apparently, Joe spoke on it later in the episode, and she did too. But apparently, she went to the hot tub. She said she didn't get in the hot tub. But Joe was like, he's seen some things that made, that can make a human being, which is a man, feel like that she was flirting with him. And it's just completely unacceptable with him. And, she feels like it's not a big deal. I didn't do nothing. I wasn't disrespectful. I just don't think they need. I just don't think they need to tie the knot. I just really don't. 26, and I'll say this: for the life that she lived and the man that's in her life, the average 26-year-old woman is working, turning up, or in a relationship. I don't know. I ain't gonna say that, but I just feel like she just got too much time on her hands, and she feel like she need to go throw that ass up on some guy at the bar and just have drinks and stuff. Maybe it's just me, but me personally, I just feel like it's a line to cross. Like, I don't mind you dancing and all that, but just be mindful that we don't want to cross no lines. You get what I'm saying? Just doing a little bit too much. But Joe, like I said, he about 40. He don't want to see his woman getting drunk, throwing her butt on something random or doing whatever it is that she doing that he felt like was inappropriate. And like I said, it's understandable both ways. I'm not saying that she wrong. I'm not saying that he wrong. I just feel like they ain't meant to be because of the age difference. And they at different whatevers when it comes to their maturity. Like, he more so looking for a Beyonce, and she more so looking for an NBA YoungBoy, somebody who she could turn up with. That's how I feel. But whatever. So, anyways, moving on. So they on the bus. I don't want to talk about that Juju scene. That was a whole bunch of crap. Anyway, moving on. So they go sit down to eat or whatever, and Mano calls Safari out about dating Erica Mena, and I believe this kind of where the tension started. But like I said, Joe already knew because he gave Safari a call or whatever. But Safari was just like, man, he didn't want to put his business out there because he know the naysayers gonna have something to say, and he ain't really got time to address all of that. So then goes on, Juju mentioned that Wendy Williams mentioned her when she mentioned Safari and Erica Mena dating, and then I believe it was Kim Bella came out and said Wendy Williams. That's what Wendy Williams do. I can't stand Wendy Williams. I don't, but it's what she do. I mean, but as far as the what Wendy Williams said about Kim Bella, I mean, I think everybody was saying that y'all been together 9-10 years, and all of a sudden, when he about to go to prison, you just kind of like, let me marry her so I can get them conjugal visits. But anyway, that's none of my business. So, long story short, this scene pretty much ends with Sin taking shots at Joe and about not being afraid to show that she's happy. And I'm just like, in the moment, you don't look very happy, sister. But look, this episode was garbage, y'all. It truly was. Safari and what the girl named Juju, they had a conversation about him not being a good friend to her. Juju done worked my nerves this season. I was never that big of a fan of her, but she done worked my nerves. Safari talking about something, with all that happened to me this year, sometimes I just go into a dark place where I don't want to talk to nobody and all that type of stuff. So then moving on, Sin tells Kim Bella about how Joe got upset with her, blew up with her, and how she is not gonna put up with the disrespect and all that. She don't care who he is, etc., etc. Okay, cool, but you dating a 40-year-old man. You knew what you signed up for. I mean, he could be a sugar daddy, you could be a sugar mama, whatever the case is. It's just gonna come a point in time where you do some 26-year-old stuff and he gonna be like that, baby, that ain't, that's not what's up. And he already on the line with this whole marriage thing, which he doesn't, they ain't married yet. So then the last scene I'm gonna talk about was Mano and Joe. They both dating young women, so they was having a conversation about, them dating young women. I'm sorry, man. I just feel like an old man is, if the age, I don't know what's an appropriate age gap. I'd say no more than, I don't know. Well, see, it's different the older you get. You get what I'm saying? Because like a 20s, mid to early 20-year-old, she shouldn't be dating no man in his 40s. It just shouldn't be. So, they having a conversation about it, and basically the conversation is, I'm tired of putting all this effort and laying the foundations of how I want my queen to be, and this, that, and the third, and it just kind of not resulting in that. And then Mano was just like, sometimes we got to step back and admit we wrong, etc., etc. And Joe was like, I can admit that I was wrong how I came on the last night about it, but it's bigger than that. It's what made me actually do it. Her, being flirtatious with another man, yada, 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 yada. Look, just have fun with them 20-year-olds. Listen, I'm sorry I said it, but I just don't think it's a match made in heaven when you got an early to a mid 20-year-old young lady that's dating a man that's almost 40 in his 40s. I just don't, you know what I'm saying? But that's all I got, guys. Like I said, it was a garbage episode. If you're new, be sure to subscribe, like, comment, share, and I'll get up with y'all next week, man. At this point, I'm just ready for the reunion. Because next week, Rich gonna come at Safari about Erica Mena, and I'm already over him. I'm over this season. It done drug out too long, and it's ending the wrong way. But that's all I got, man. I'll see y'all later. I'm out of here.